Hello, I'm so glad you stopped by this afternoon. I enjoy sitting and looking out my window and seeing the beautiful trees. Actually, today is my birthday. I was born September 13th of 1899. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My father's family came from Pennsylvania, and then they went to Ohio and Elkhart County. My father's name was Daniel Eberly. My mother, Emma Snoke, grew up along backwaters, and when they married, they settled in backwater, and they had 14 children. One died at birth, one little girl, and it was quite a job to keep track of that big a family. We would walk to the evangelical meetings in Epworth Forest, and one time we lost one of the children, but luckily they were found, and it reminded me of Jesus in the temple. We had a hard life on the farm. We had to work, all of us, and the older sisters had to take care of the younger ones. We had to give our father all our money that we made outside the farm until we were 21. But we made the chores fun. We would go get the cows for milking, and they'd see us and come running because they knew they would be fed, and we'd grab a hold of their tails and go flying over the mounds. We didn't like the marsh worms, so we were jumping all the time away from those. And even though we didn't have much money, we always were neatly dressed for school and church. I went to the Hickory Grove School, graduated when I was in 8th grade, and most did not go beyond 8th grade. I was the only girl in a class with 3 boys, and once my father went on a threshing ring from Texas to the Dakotas, and mother was left alone with raising the children at that time. And he was a very strict disciplinarian. He did not like to celebrate with gifts for birthdays and holidays, but mother would look for the huckster wagon that came by, and she'd get little trinkets and maybe a pencil or an orange, and we'd hide our treasures in the chinks of the log cabin. And she was a very soft-spoken lady and admired our long hair. We never cut it, and there's a picture of the 5 of us older sisters with our hair clear below our waists. I was married at age 21 to Clarence Mock. He had a farm just over the line into Turkey Creek Township, and we attended the Church of the Brethren. That I had been raised in the German Baptist Brethren, which was the Tippecanoe Church just north of town. But it became a Church of the Brethren in 1908 and moved into town across from Lance's parking lot supermarket in 1922. And we had 3 sons, Thurlow, Ryland, and Zeno. My grandchildren, we had a great time with playing croquet and wiffle ball, and I did lots of cooking and baking. Everybody in the family loved my different dishes that I would serve, and I had to cook for hired hands, and so that was a lot of work to do too. And so I always enjoyed being in this area. I've loved all my family and friends here, and my faith is what kept me strong.
Rhoda passed away in February of 1985, 27 years after her husband Clarence.